What's up, everybody? This is Rob Schou here with EXP Realty in Southern Maryland. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Lexington Park, Maryland. Alright, so before we get started, if this is your first time on our channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified every time we put out new content about living in Southern Maryland. Honestly, we love helping people when they want to move down here and move within Southern Maryland. So go ahead and make sure you use that contact information below and reach out to us any way you want, and we'd be happy to help you. Right, so today, what we're going to talk about are the pros and cons of Lexington Park. But before we get started on the pros and cons, I want to go ahead and give you a little overview of Lexington Park and where it is and how it came to be Lexington Park. So Lexington Park is a town in St. Mary's County. It has about 11,000 residents, and it was really formed in 1943. So before 1943, it was called Jarbosville. And in 1943, when the Patuxent River Naval Air Station was commissioned, Lexington Park was formed around it to kind of be that service industry to support the base itself. So from 1943 until now, Lexington Park has grown a lot. And with that, there's been sprawl from Lexington Park to those other outside towns, which we'll talk about in another video. So make sure you're subscribing and being notified when we put out those other ones out there, like California, Maryland, and Mechanicsville, and all those ones that are on those outer edges of Lexington Park. But what it is now is actually a really great place for you to find a house that's a little more affordable and maybe if you're a younger professional just getting started in your price range. So today we're going to talk about those pros and cons, and that first pro would definitely be that compared to other places in St. Mary's County and even in Charles and Calvert County and all of Southern Maryland, Lexington Park is really inexpensive when it comes to buying a house. Now the average house is still $300,000, but compared to the average price in St. Mary's County, which is about $350K or $350,000, and compared to like a place like Leonardtown or other areas outside of Lexington Park where it's $420,000 for an average house in Leonardtown, it really is that affordable option. So we see a lot of younger families kind of living in those areas around Lexington Park, in some of those neighborhoods and townhomes and apartments, and also maybe people that are coming to base and looking for their first home, or maybe just kind of coming to base and living here for the 2 or 3 years that they're stationed here, and then moving on and maybe renting out that house that they bought for that good price. All right, so the number 2 thing that I would say is a pro for Lexington Park is the commute. Now, most people that live in St. Mary's County work at the Patuxent Naval River Air Station or work for a contractor that works for the Patuxent River Naval Air Station. And the really nice thing about Lexington Park is it's super close. Your commutes would be measured in minutes most likely, instead of hours that it can take you to go to DC or to Annapolis or another place. And it really is a short commute with not that much traffic. Sometimes there can be traffic outside of the gates and things like that, but if you time it right, you're not sitting at all. You're just driving right into your work and being right there. So the commute to PAX is second to none. That's a big, huge pro of this one. Some other really neat stuff about Lexington Park is they have an STS bus, which is our transit bus, and they do a really good job of keeping those schedules running, and they can get people around maybe that don't have cars or don't want to have a car. It's a lot easier to hop on those STS buses when you're in St. Mary's or when you're in Lexington Park compared to other parts of St. Mary's County. Some things for the family. If you're coming here with a family, or maybe you just really like to do some of these activities, we have 2 great places for you to go. One of them is the Great Mills Pool. Now, the Great Mills Pool is a year-round pool. During the summer, it's just like a normal open-air pool, but during the winter, they actually put a huge dome on it and heat it so you're able to go swimming during the winter. So that Great Mills Pool is a really great one for families and other people that just like to swim. And then also, we have a new place called the Willows Rec Center, and it is a really neat kind of all-inclusive family experience where you can have a restaurant there, there's a bar for adults, but then there's inside AstroTurf fields for practicing, for laser tag, for Nerf gun wars. There's all types of stuff going on there, and it is just a really, really great addition to that Lexington Park area, and families will love being able to go there, especially on either those really hot days in the summer or those really cold days in the winter, or maybe just a rainy day any time of the year. It gets you out of the house and gets you moving and doing something. Another nice thing about Lexington Park, another pro for Lexington Park, is there are a variety of local eateries. One of my favorite local eateries is the Pho Delight. The Pho Delight is a Vietnamese restaurant that has delicious pho and other Vietnamese recipes. And there's also a bunch of other little eateries that are just local eateries that residents and people have really started up, and it just gives you a good feeling of what the area is like. There are also, of course, chain restaurants around there, and it's not far from other places like, say, California, Maryland, where you're looking at the Target and Walmart and a lot of different chain restaurants like Olive Garden, Cracker Barrel, and all those kind of ones too. And another pro for Lexington Park would just be not just the affordability of the housing, but the variety of the housing. So if you're someone that wants a single family home, a townhome, an apartment, a condo, they have everything there. What they don't really have a lot of is waterfront, so I would consider that a con compared to other areas in St. Mary's County, but they do have a variety of housing for a variety of budgets. So it can be a really great choice if you're looking for just like a different, something different than just that standard single family home with the picket fence. So let's go ahead and get into cons. I know that I said that traffic isn't that bad, but traffic can get bad around base at times. I would say that's one of the cons, one of the things that people complain about in Lexington Park. There's a lot of people that go in and out of base, and it can get a little congested. But compared to other places in Maryland, I'm thinking like 270 going up to Western Maryland, it's nothing like that. It's your inconvenience, and maybe you're waiting an extra 15, 20 minutes, but it's not like those 2-3 hour beltway traffic delays that you're seeing. And it normally is just concentrated around times people are coming to the base or people are leaving the base. Another one that I hear people complain about, especially when you're first coming to St. Mary's, is the base noise. So there's lots and lots of jet noise. If you're someone that works for the base, you probably don't mind it too much. You're probably used to it, but it can be a little startling for someone that just came to Lexington Park, and you hear some loud jets, you hear some other stuff. That just can be a little bit off-putting. Now, I kind of touched on this before. If you're looking to move to St. Mary's County and you're looking at affordable housing and you're thinking, well, I'm going to go to Lexington Park because everything's affordable there and I can find a waterfront property that's affordable. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of waterfront property in Lexington Park because of where it's situated. A lot of Lexington Park's waterfront is actually the Patuxent River Naval Air Station, so you just aren't going to find very much water frontage in Lexington Park. So those are my pros and cons for living in Lexington Park. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you like this content and you want to see more like it, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every time we put out new content. And again, if you're moving down here to Lexington Park, make sure you reach out to us and we'd be happy to help you find your next home.